So, welcome to my channel. My name is Bryant, but I want to call myself the poet preacher for no real reason other than I just like the sound of it. Let's get on to the main stuff. I identify as Adventist, and on this channel you're going to find some general religious stuff and some life stuff, but this one here, this is an Adventist rant. Think of this as Casually Explained meets Alex Jones, but maybe with a little more nuance and less anger.
Hit him hard, and hit him again, and hit him again.
Okay, so let's get on with it. So in case you forgot, Annual Council 2017 is coming up. Although, honestly, I'm not sure why you'd forget such a thing. Yeah, not sure at all. Anyways, as I was saying, in case you forgot about the important month in Seventh-day Adventism coming, you're in luck because I'm here to remind you. But first, let's catch up to speed. So 2 years ago, the church had their general conference session. Every 4 years, Adventists get together from all around the world to make governing decisions. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh neat, sounds like a great time to hang out and maybe meet an international babe while the old guys who run the church amend the church manual. And usually that's kind of all that happens, but this last time wasn't like that because the church founded by a woman was debating for the millionth time the issue of how much authority women can have. So this time the question on the floor was whether or not it was okay to let divisions decide for themselves, whether or not they could ordain women. But somehow, the conservative position on the issue felt that if one side of the world church was ordaining women pastors, then it would pollute everyone. Some even went so far as to say that if you ordain women, then in no time you're going to be ordaining the gays. This is known as the slippery slope argument, and it's generally regarded as a logical fallacy, but I guess it didn't get the memo. So that was 2 years ago, and the vote went no. Nobody gets to decide for themselves the matter of women's ordination because nobody will ordain. This vote was also problematic because some parts of the church, like those dang liberals out in California, had already gone ahead and decided they were going to ordain women. And even after the vote, they were like, so we aren't backing down. Of course, this angered the more hardline conservatives because the GC had made an official policy now, and when the annual council came around in 2016, the church leaders drafted a document that basically said, hey man, what the heck? You get 1 year to get with the program. To which the union said, okay, well, think about it. Actually, JK, we aren't. Because our consciences don't feel right, and the Bible literally says nothing on the matter of ordination. Like, literally nothing. It doesn't even have the verb to ordain in the whole Bible. Now, in case you aren't addicted to diving into the corners of spectrum and advocate like me, then maybe you missed the fact that there are some who are calling for severe punishments on these rebel unions. Let's just say that they really think our high view of Scripture depends on whether or not we stick to only ordaining men and letting commissioned female pastors serve mostly in the kitchen or in the children's room, maybe at the pulpit sometimes, but never as presidents. Other folks like George Knight also got in on the action, and the other day I saw a video from him that summarized his 9.5 theses. I read the entirety of his article, and don't get me wrong, I tend to agree with Knight on a lot of the things he says, but he also falls prey to launching some high rhetorical value, low substance value attacks. For example, he claims that the Adventist Church is on the verge of acting like the 16th century Roman Catholic Church, but the last time I checked, Ted Wilson isn't trying to kill Adventists whose consciences disagree with his. This brings us to today, and we are less than a week away from Annual Council 2017, and we're probably all hoping that things go well, but the reality is that lines have been drawn and videos have been released. And honestly, it doesn't feel like the topic will ever go away until we finally let divisions choose. Unfortunately, that's not where we are at right now, because right now the church has issued threats to unions, and the unions didn't really back down. So who's going to lose? Not sure yet, but so far all signs indicate that your female pastor, who is a very big reason you still have a relationship with Jesus in your life, is going to come out on the losing side.